There's been quite a bit of Doctor Who news over the past week and a bit, hasn't there?
It's been an avalanche.
Yeah, it really has. So much. And so here we are catching up now to talk about it because you've been a little bit busy, haven't you, Ben?
Yeah, I've been on my holidays.
Yeah.
On my travels.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you've been spending time with your girlfriend, which you're a Doctor Who fan. You're not supposed to have one of those. How dare you?
How dare I have a life outside of Doctor Who? And
I mean, speaking of dates, not the kind you've been on. Not the kind
That's very
you can joke on either.
No. Very smooth.
I mean, with
impressed.
smooth moves like that, it's a surprise I'm not getting any dates. But
Besides, get this man a companion, a wee lassie.
But yeah, 25th of November is a date to save in a diary, isn't it? Because
Yes.
Starbeast is coming.
Beep the Meep is taking over our screens.
I mean, were you surprised that it wasn't the 11th that everyone had originally guessed? Or had you sort of like come to the point of accepting that it wasn't going to be simply because of how late these dates were announced? It sort of felt like 11th would have been too soon.
I think either way we'd be complaining.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think it makes total sense to be late sort of November because it's less of a wait for shooties for special. So the momentum's still there for it. I'm glad that it wasn't going to be over 3 nights because that would be an awful shame.
Oh, that's a relief. Yeah. You know, not to have it be over in a flash. You know, we actually get to savor it a little bit more, but not dragged out throughout a whole year. I think this was the best choice. 3 weeks consecutive, back on Saturdays as well.
That's so lovely. So lovely. You know, Doctor Who belongs on a Saturday.
Yeah, I think especially with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, you know, it's carrying us right back to 2008, really, isn't it?
It's the start of the Stolen Earth, isn't it? Good. I like Saturdays.
Never land on Sundays. Sundays are dull.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're back where we belong with Doctor Who, and hopefully Doctor Who itself will be back where it belongs, in the top spot once again, in the forefront of the public consciousness.
And I think it already is, because it's amazing how people are talking about it just in general, just in life. For me at the minute, like at work, people are talking about they've changed the theme tune. I'm like, yeah, it happens like pretty much every time like a new Doctor comes along.
Yeah, it's weird, the stuff that we think of as obvious that more casual viewers will sort of be shocked by, really.
Yeah.
Well, I remember there was one time I overheard people at uni talking about the concept of two-parters, how that was a shock back when Series 9 was airing. But it's bizarre. But yeah, we've also got some beautiful posters, haven't we, as well? And I think the Starbeast one is my favourite.
It's a nice homage to the comic cover.
Yeah, with the Wrath Warriors flanking a bit and Beep hiding behind the Doctor.
And Tennant just looks so good. It's so effortless to him, isn't it? Just being the Doctor.
Yeah, he could do all those action poses so well, can't he? You know, it's the Doctor hand thing, isn't it, as well?
And if anything, he looks more Doctor-y now than he did probably as a 10th Doctor. For me, I just
something that comes with age, I suppose. In some way.
And I think I love the costume, and I think everything's just every box is being ticked for me right now.
Yeah, and it's nice that we are getting poster art like this. Really, it's a far cry from that one image of Jodie Whittaker in that weird lighting that we had back before Series 13 came along.
The thing with these posters as well, you can imagine them being like the vanilla DVD cover releases.
Yeah. I mean, imagine they're going to be the disc art on the Blu-rays. We'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, I can see that. And then 2nd of December, we have Wild Blue Yonder. I mean, we know very little about this one, but now we know a little bit more because it's got that weird robot, I suppose, in the background looking thing.
Very Hitchhikers.
I mean, apparently these are fairly individual as well, from what we've heard from interviews with Russell, like these 3 specials. So it's not necessarily going to be the toy maker throughout this, which I think I'm kind of happy about, really. I'm glad that this will hopefully allow each one to stand on its own and be its own thing.
Yeah, and I think this one definitely has potential of being something quite special. I think this is one every fan's the most excited for, I would say.
Yeah.
We know nothing.
Curious about.
Yeah.
I'm certainly curious. I feel like the Star Beast, though, is the one that's got my excitement the most, just because that feels so much like back to 2008, really. It's got that vibe to it.
Yeah.
Of how it's all coming together. So, yeah, I'm loving it. And then finally, the Giggle. That's what's coming on the 9th of December, which, I mean, wasn't that the date of Hellbent as well?
I don't know if that was like the 2nd December or the 6th. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, certainly, but it's not unusual for Doctor Who to necessarily have that fairly short gap between end of what, not quite a series in this case, but before the Christmas special comes along, the previous episode not being that long before.
Yeah.
So this isn't necessarily anything out of the ordinary. But yeah, so it seems focus is very much on Tennant for now and this, and then it'll very much shift to Ncuti after that. But it's not like Shooty's being forgotten about at all. Of that Whoniverse intro, he is the one you see first, and rightly so. Yeah, I mean, it's all kicking off, isn't it? It's all very exciting. And then just 2 days after the Giggle, on the 11th of December, we have the physical media release of these 3 specials.
Yeah, if it's not released before the Giggles actually aired, which people have been emailing the BBC going, hey, could you push the date back? So
yeah, I mean, some understandable concerns, but I think, the Doctor Who fans who do get it early tend to be reasonably responsible with that sort of thing. I don't think when it happened with Name of the Doctor, I don't think the spoilers were too bad with that.
No, because that was the thing. Like, if it leaked, if anything leaked, they wouldn't release any like exclusive 50th thing. I think there was a little thing where Moffat was like, "Hey, if you leak it,
he's threatening them."
Yeah.
We all
like,
suffer.
We'll give you this little snippet of Day of the Doctor, and true to his word, we were good. So we got a little something.
That sort of reminds me of when you're in school and you're one of the well-behaved children, but because a couple people in your class are acting up, suddenly the whole class gets punished for it.
Yeah,
I do.
But I cannot punish you, because if you haven't ordered the 60th specials, you can use this wonderful HMV discount code. There'll be a link in the description below where you can get 20% off the specials. So if you want to get the steelbook, you can get it for the bargain price of £23. If that's not a nice deal and a treat, I don't know what is. Go and pre-order it. Use the link down below and get a nice bit of saving. You don't have to use it on Doctor Who. You can use it on anything in HMV, but you're a Doctor Who fan, so you're probably going to spend it on something Doctor Who related. Shameless plug there. Sorry.
Unless you've already got it on pre-order.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If you've got it,
there'll be something
on
else
Amazon,
that'll come along.
Yeah, then you can cancel that. You just get your 20% discount. It's all good. Or for a future collection set, because there might be one of those coming up soon. So, get a discount on that.
Yeah, I think February perhaps is when coming along.
Yeah, that's a load, isn't it? This feels like a return to form of, sort of new series physical media. Because I think the problem with some of the new series box sets, it's very much all the content that has been put on those has been online, which it kind of, I don't want to say makes getting the physical thing redundant, but it doesn't make you want to go out straight away and pick it up like a collection set.
Yeah, it sort of makes it more of a, I'll get that when it's on clearance or whatever later on down the line. You don't need it immediately. But yeah, I mean, exclusive to this is Rachel Talali's scene breakdown, Shayla Burton's scene breakdown, and Tom Kingsley's scene breakdown as well. So we've got the 3 directors giving us a look into their creative process there. which is a nice little exclusive to have.
Mm.
But then along with that, you got the first 3 episodes of Doctor Who Unleashed, so behind the scenes for each of them. Just loads of other stuff we've seen before as well, and some other interesting little things. Some in-vision commentaries.
Which I don't think it's been seen since the Russell DVDs anyway, I don't think.
No. David and Catherine's flashbacks. Yasmin Finney introduces Rose Noble, which I imagine is going to be a short little YouTube video we'll see at some point. It gives that, especially since they've said that's not exclusive to this, it gives that vibe. Yeah, the cast introduced the villains in Wild Blue Yonder. So we got villains, plural.
Yes.
So that is, again, they're keeping it under wraps there, aren't they? Ruth Bailey introduces Shirley Bingham. Again, that feels like something we get, well, like, say with Neil Patrick Harris introduces the Toy Maker and becoming the Toy Maker. Ooh, that's an interesting one. But yeah, so quite a few here, a lot more than we usually would come to expect from a modern release. So yeah, it's nice to see that physical media hasn't been forgotten, because I think that was some people's concern, wasn't it?
With like the Disney
at one
deal,
point with the Disney deal. Yeah, but it's nice for that to be proved wrong here, and wrong in such an exciting way as well, because it's not just, oh, we're still doing it, don't worry. It's, we are going full on with this. You are not being forgotten at all.
Yeah.
Yes. And certainly, I mean, this is the first time I've been tempted to go for one of these in a long while. So, yeah, maybe I will finally pick up some New Who on Blu-ray on physical media. Tales of the TARDIS. Well, I wonder if that'll get a physical media release at any point. Speaking of,
I can imagine that sort of getting like the Monster Collection or something like Doctor Who, like the Ultimate Guide type weird like one-off thing.
I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that the only one that's yet to come on a collection Blu-ray is the Mind Robber, I'd have said they'd make good little extras on the collection sets.
Yeah,
especially because they do sort of have the similar feel to the collection trailers.
They definitely do that.
Yeah, I mean, Pete McTeague even wrote a couple of them, didn't they?
Yeah, he wrote the Sixth Doctor one, which ties into the collection trailer.
Oh, interesting. I mean, you're the one who's watched all of these. I haven't. I mean, when I say watched all of them, you've not gone through the omnibuses. You've done the cheesy way of watching the little extra scenes and then skipping it, which, I mean, fair enough. You know the stories.
I'm a Doctor Who fan. I've seen these stories countless times, and I probably will in the future see them countless times. So just skipping to the new stuff. Yeah, they're such. No, they're a real little treat, and it's something we didn't expect. I think they were recorded back in September, I think. So a very quick turnaround, but
yeah, I think over 6 days, wasn't it?
Yeah,
all done in a flash.
And they're nice little 5-minute sort of intros and outros to this, and I'm very jealous of people discovering Classic Who and getting these nice little treats. But they make my fan heart warm and tingly watching them, because they're great in their own right, and what they do with the characters. There's some nice little surprises, which I won't spoil, because you've not seen them all yet.
No, not yet. I mean, maybe do a video talk about them at some point.
Yeah, maybe we can do like a little mini review, ranking, tier listing Tales from the TARDIS.
We love a tier list here.
We do.
Yeah. And then obviously that's all under the Whoniverse banner now. That is all out on iPlayer. All the different sections of it. You've got Doctor Who 1963 to 1999. Doctor Who 2005 to 2002. What's this?
2022.
What the bloody hell did I say? 2020.
You said 2002. Yeah. That's time travel.
There we go. That's all messing up a bit there. But yeah, that means 2023 is going to be 2024 rather, is going to be Series 1.
Yeah. Which I can't say I'm surprised.
I can't say I'm disappointed by either.
No, because I'm still going to call it Series 14.
I mean, it's season 1 now, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's on. I suppose with the Disney Plus deal and everything going for the American market, it makes sense. I think because with Disney Plus as well, they're only getting the new episodes. So it'd probably feel a bit weird to say, oh, we've got this new original series on Disney Plus, but you're only getting series 14. I think that'll probably put off new viewers. It's just removing that friction again, isn't it?
It's a barrier which, we know isn't there, but obviously from the outside looking in, it can be quite daunting.
Yeah, especially in the age where it is all available to you instantly. And now it literally is all available to you. If you live in the UK, you could hop on iPlayer and watch Doctor Who from nearly the very start. So there's always going to be that temptation for people to, if you want to watch a series, you don't dive in halfway through. You just go find the earliest episode and binge it all. That's the way now. So if instead you're saying, oh, this is a start of the series, it's not the start, but it's a start, then that makes it much more accessible for people to jump on anew, which I think it's only a good thing, really. I think it's only a name anyway at the end of the day. It's not like it has any effect otherwise, I feel.
Yeah. I think fans will probably still call it Series 14.
I mean, you have some fans who call Series 13 Series 39, or Season 39. So
yeah, or Season 40 or something like that.
There's always going to be those who resist.
But yeah.
I mean, one final little thing. You had that new intro now that plays at the start of each thing on the Whoniverse tab. I mean, what do you make of that, for starters?
It's lovely to see glimpses of pretty much everything there. I just wish the music was a bit more Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's very Murray.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't quite hit. You need an ooey-oo, really. I do prefer what you had on the Blu-ray collection.
You need something kind of airy.
Yeah. It's a bit too triumphant, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some people are crying out at the Marvelification of it, the brand energy, I suppose, that it's given off. But I think it's nice. It shows Doctor Who's in a strong place.
It was one of the
really
first...
positioning itself for this relaunch.
It was one of the first things Russell said that. But this was even before he took on the role as showrunner again. But he was like, Doctor Who needs this sort of MCU style thing.
Yeah, and now we're getting it. That vision is starting to come to life under this banner of the Whoniverse. It's nice for it to have a name coined early on, before we even get any full-on spin-offs within that world. I mean, also in the intro, some Eagle Eye fans have spotted that the Daleks looks like it's colorized.
Yes.
So that could be something we're going to be seeing sometime soon as well, because there were rumors, weren't there, of colorizations.
Yeah, so I imagine we'll get news of that in November, because Russell said that this is only the beginning. I think we've got so many treats to look forward to, and there's a line in Tales from the TARDIS about that the best is yet to come.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, 17th is the next date to look out for, isn't it? Followed by the 23rd, according to EWM, with the letter from the showrunner. So, certainly, it's a strong start to November, and lots more to look forward to over both this month and the coming months. Because it's not like we're getting our celebration and then we're going away.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning.
It's here to stay.
Doctor Who really putting itself out there. And I think that's maybe the flaw of the 50th, wasn't it, looking back?
Yeah.
It felt like, so many people came on board for that, but it was just a one and
flash
done,
in the pan.
really. Yeah. Like, a lot of fans came back, tuned in, but not many stuck around, sadly. Whereas here, hopefully, the way Doctor Who is positioning itself at the moment, it only continues to build momentum and grow.
Yeah, it's definitely going to snowball. I think Maybe the road to the 60th's been slow, but I think it all makes sense now with what we're getting.
Yeah. And it's wonderful getting so much at once and almost being slightly overwhelmed by all the news, but in a good way. It's like, it's that exciting thing of there's so much content to dive into.
It's Christmas morning when you go downstairs and you see all your presents. It's that level of, wow, here we go.
And it's also just amazing to think of the accessibility for new fans now through this. The fact that people who are just getting into Doctor Who don't have to go out and find a DVD or whatever. There's no paywall now for Classic Who. Yeah. Or, some audio CD. It's all there.
Yeah.
Now on iPlayer to be enjoyed. Is there almost too much choice? Could that be a downfall of that puts people off? But,
it's so bizarre that anybody can go and watch Time of the Rani in their own home.
Really want to, it's there.
Amazing. What a time we live in.
Great stuff. Yeah. I mean, this is a bit of a rambly sort of news video, I suppose. But thank you all for sticking with us, listening to our thoughts. As always, be sure to share your own in the comments below. And leave a like as well while you're down there. Subscribe if you haven't already. And do you want to do your plug once again, just in case, just to make sure?
Hey, if you want discount on anything from HMV, use a link down below and you'll get 20% off. So if you want to order the 60th anniversary special and you haven't already, do it. And you'll get 20% off, because who likes saving money and, getting Doctor Who? It's great. It's a win-win.
Yeah. Good news all around. So,
absolutely.
Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.